Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Play clock down to 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Second and 9 at the 22-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Here go 47.
Check. Lucky. Quick the edge. Go. Rush in.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Come get we're going to 54. Right here. Here go 46.
Now Prescott. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Returnable for Grant. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 26-yard line.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. He'll be dropped at the 30. The shifty move couldn't free him. The tackle made that time by Bryce Callahan.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. Touchdown, Philadelphia! N'Keal Harry with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Jim. Switch.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. 3rd down turns to first with that 5-yard pickup. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 47. Here's Prescott. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. That one goes for 24 yards.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
On 1st down, Rainey. He's got the first down inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. Fighting him off. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed. And that's caught inside the 35. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to let this one go deep. And got his man complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant with touchdown number 20 on the year, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted, and now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It's a big run there by Henry. 56 yards on the ground.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Let's put that team on the front.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Here's Bailey now for the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, you see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
At the 34-yard line.
A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, a run with Lindsey. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. The drive stays alive, a 3rd down gain of 8.
Nothing like a little power football that they're playing right there on the left side. That was the strong side of the offensive line. They paved the way.
They paved the way. He lowered the shoulder and powered forward to convert. First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Grant. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant, his 21st touchdown of the season, as his guys are able to regain the lead. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden, because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his 2nd touchdown there.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
14 yards, good for a Cowboy 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Watch the slant, watch the slant. Switch. Watch 26.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Here go 46.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Danielle Hunter. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Watch twitch. Watch
Here we go. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line 47.
Echo. He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
26.
Prescott to throw it. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they gave up the pick-6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check out route.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he takes it all the way up to the 47. A gain there of 21 yards.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle, or if you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
Line's 50, line's 50. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check.
On 2nd down now, it's Henry.
A gain on the play. That's good.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Hey, pick your game up. Watch twins. Watch twins.
Switch. Hey.
On 2nd down, Rainey. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just started in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Watch safety.
We're going to 54. Why here?
Safety's creeping.
Here's Prescott. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here comes Grant on the return. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Eddie Jackson picks it. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is, why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Rainey. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Davante Adams. His 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they got the extra point, and they're within 7 now at 28-21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
Manini! 53, Mike. Man, I got you.
Allen now on 1st down. And he's going to have the hook up here with Harry. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. On 1st down, right back to Lindsey. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Now Allen. He's going to air one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jakeem Grant. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, you got 3.
We're going to 54. 26.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
If these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. And Adams has it complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
One of the selling points of the corner route is usually the receiver is able to move away from the defender. But in this case, he didn't get that far away.
They'll run on first down. Rainey. That one 28 yards on the ground. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Henry. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. but he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now. Making some big-time plays, getting into the offense's backfield and spilling everything.
That was third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down. Prescott to throw on fourth. He completes it to Henry. And he will have the first down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. They get 6 yards going for it on fourth, and now it's first and goal. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run for it with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Derrick Henry with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
First down, Philadelphia.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come on.
They'll run here with Lindsey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. It's Melvin Ingram on the tackle.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They'll run. It's Lindsey. And an alley to run. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On first down, Allen. Oh, no, he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they were in what was really called 4-minute offense. And that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. The bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for 2nd down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. To throw is Prescott. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Well, this is a defense that can confuse even the best of quarterbacks with their zone schemes. And here you've got a linebacker that's going to stay at home and just sit down in that zone. And this one basically comes right to him.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. This one grabbed by A.J. Green. The 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A.J. Green with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. We've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green. Long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing the ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches. I think his teammates call it playing a little bit of hoops or playing above the rim. He is fantastic at it and continues to get better as his career progresses.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll try the right side here with Smith. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. Zero accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now Prescott. Open man is Gordon, complete. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
A first down carry for Henry. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the Eagles' 15-yard line.
No gain on this defense, no gain. Under 10, under 10, 10.
We're going to 53.
Throwing on 2nd down. Prescott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Davante Adams. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as his guys are back within a single score. Well, they got the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. He'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we have...
Allen hit. He lost the football. And the Cowboys have recovered.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
Here we go. Whip.
On first down, Rainey. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a second down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. On second down now, it's Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Now Prescott. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Figuring they're going for it on 4th down. Remember, though, they do have all 3 timeouts, so even if they don't get it, all is not lost.
Yeah, normally in this situation, when you're talking about having to go for it, everything is in this play. But as you noted, with those 3 timeouts, they actually have a little bit of a safety net.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Watch out. Hey, 47.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's complete. Henry. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. They come out here in the eye. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on first. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Extra point try by Bailey. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked by Darryl Worley. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
The 20th carry down for Derrick Henry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 27-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground. Henry. The second down play, not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. He hasn't missed a kick all year. Why would he start now?
That's a great question, isn't it? Well, maybe because that was the most nerve-wracking kick he had to attempt all year. But he knocked it through just like it was an easy chip shot.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Dallas, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a disappointing way to lose your first game as they drop to 10-1 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gautin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.